What's up? What's happening? It's your girl, J1 Yvette.
I do it for the turn up. And we ain't going nowhere. We praise them because it's necessary. So watch us turn this place into a sanctuary.
J1 Yvette.
I do it for the turn up.
She's a G for Jesus.
And I'll come to praise his name. You're tuned in to Sunday Inspiration. It's Justified Madness on Blog Talk Radio.
The blackness. The blackness.
Oh, yeah. Don't you wanna go? Don't you wanna go? Oh, heaven, yeah.
What's happening? It's your girl J1 Yvette, and welcome to the Sunday Inspiration edition of Justified Madness on Blog Talk Radio. That's music from Sounds of Blackness, and it's called Till I Found You. It's Relationship Sunday, so I wanted to talk about marriage and relationships from a Christian point of view. This particular song speaks about opening up to the love of Christ, but the lyrics can also speak to that kind of warm and fuzzy feeling you get when you fall in love with that special someone, and we're going to get a little bit more into that tonight. But before I move on, I want to send a special shout out to my church, St. Paul Church in District Heights, Maryland, where the senior pastor is Pastor Robert J. Williams Sr., and the co-pastor is Pastor Bobby Williams Jr. Now, due to COVID-19 restrictions, we're not meeting in person just yet, but you can stream Sunday service every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time via YouTube and Twitter. Now, you can go to spchurchonline.com for more information. That's S as in Saint, P as in Paul, churchonline.com. We will slowly begin to come back to in-person service soon, but until then, if you'd like to join us online, again, it's S as in Saint, P as in Paul, churchonline.com. Now, tonight we're talking about love, marriage, and relationships, but before we can really get into the nuts and bolts of it all, we need to weed out what true love is and what it is not. Now, the world would have us believe that love is just a feeling based on superficial things like looks and sex and how many, the butterflies you get in your stomach when you first fall in love. But in reality, love is an action word. And as members of the body of Christ, we are to look to Him as our example. If you're married, the Bible tells us, husbands, you are to love your wives as Christ loved the church. And wives, we are to submit to our husbands as to the Lord. And I know that can get a little sticky for some of us, especially if we've been used to being independent women. But it all works together for our good. And this next spoken word piece from Jefferson Bethke breaks it down for us. It's called Sex, Marriage, and Fairy Tales. And you're tuned in to the Sunday Inspiration edition of Justified Madness on Blog Talk Radio. What's happening? It's your girl J1 Yvette. Now, I come to bring you the latest and greatest in gospel music every Sunday right here on the Sunday Inspiration edition of Justified Madness. But if you want to get your worship and praise on all through the week, let me tell you about this cool Facebook page, y'all. It's facebook.com/sounds, SOUNDZ from heaven. Again, Facebook.com/sounds, SOUNDZ from heaven. Make sure you're tuning in, get your worship and praise on every day, and don't forget to like and share, and join me every Sunday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time for the Sunday Inspiration edition of Justified Madness. From traditional gospel to the new sounds of Christian music, you're listening to Sunday Inspiration, Justified Madness on Blog Talk Radio. It's the Sunday Inspiration edition of Justified Madness on Blog Talk Radio. That's music from Erica Campbell and her hubby Warren Campbell, and it's called All of My Life. Quick programming note, I'll be back on the air this Wednesday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time for the next edition of Justified Madness. I'm here every Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time on blogtalkradio.com/justifiedmadness. Or if for whatever reason you're unable to log in online, you can always call in, and the number is 516-531-9342. Again, it's 516-531-9342. Now keep in mind that the show is pre-recorded, so I can no longer accept live calls, but you can use that number to call in and listen if you're unable to connect online. I got to send a shout out to Team J1 Yvette. My admins are Alex, Amina, and Tracy. You can follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok at Team J1 Yvette. Also, make sure you're following me on Twitter at J1 Yvette1. That's JWANYVETTE and the number 1. And I'm also on Instagram and TikTok at Justified Madness 31. Now I got to send a shout out to my Mad Hatters, my St. Paul family, my Twamley, my big sis Debbie Deb, my big papa Ellis, Shane, and last but never ever least, my daughter Jessie. You know her as Jessie James, and you hear her at the top of the hour every Wednesday and Saturday night. Now to all my fam, whether by blood or by love, I love you to life, I love you for real, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't run from the love. I want to thank each and every one of you who's taken time to listen. You could be doing anything with these 30 minutes of your precious time, but you're spending it here with me, and I truly do appreciate that. Now I'm about to get into some classic sounds from Fred Hammond. The song is called I'm in Love with You, and it's from his 2012 album called God, Love, and Romance. And on the other side of the commercial, I'm closing it out with Tina Campbell featuring her hubby Teddy Campbell, and the song is called Speak the Word. And on that note, I want to leave you with this. If you're married or in a relationship, just remember, you're going to go through ups and downs. I don't care how churchy you are, y'all. Every relationship is going to go through some problems, and that's okay. That's normal. No relationship is all good all the time. But when you do run into rough patches, remember to love each other through it. Speak the word over your life and over your marriage or your relationship, and let the love you have for each other outweigh whatever obstacles come your way. And on that note, I want to say God bless you, and I'll see you this Wednesday for the next episode of Justified Madness right here on Blog Talk Radio. What's up, what's happening? It's your girl J1 Yvette, and I'm sending a shout out to my bruh, cuz Willie Moore Jr. You can keep up with him at thewilliemoorejrshow.com, or if you're in Jacksonville, Florida, tune in to Praise 107.9 on your FM dial to listen to the Willie Moore Jr. Show, Darlene McCoy on the Nightly Spirit, and Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell. Again, it's Praise 107.9 Jacksonville, or Praise1079.com to listen worldwide.
I don't know what you come to do, but I'll come to praise his name. You're tuned in to Sunday Inspiration. It's Justified Madness on Blog Talk Radio.